Hello and welcome to another update video about Link. Here on the Chainlink chart, we are tracking higher prices according to the yellow and white scenarios. So both of the scenarios I'm tracking here on this chart, both of them are bullish. And the price has reacted to the support box. I mean, that's what these boxes are for. To have some levels, to have some areas where the price could react with a high likelihood. We're always interested here at MCO in what the market is doing, what mass sentiment is doing. We're interested in the underlying order of the market structure and try to help you understand the structure so you can identify key pivots and maybe integrate the learnings from these videos into your trading plan, and make some decisions based on them, whether that's not taking a trade or taking a trade, or just integrating them in your trading plan. That's the best way of making use of them, because everybody's got their own, everybody's got their own preferences and so on, risk tolerance and so on. But the important thing is that's specific, to you, what you do with it. But overall, what is quite clear based on the structure, which is relevant to all of us, is that there is a support zone on the chart, which we were watching for a potential reaction. And whether that's a B-wave correction, so a B-wave pullback as shown here in yellow, in a larger corrective rally, which might even form a new all-time high, that's what they can do, these B-wave rallies, or whether that's a wave 2 in an even more bullish scenario, in the short term, doesn't matter at all. This is a support area that's shared by both of these scenarios. And the idea was that as long as we're holding above $6.90, there is no break of structure. As long as we're holding $6.90, the focus can still be on higher prices. And I would track a C wave higher. Okay, let's first see if we can get 5 waves completed in circle wave 1. And then the subsequent wave 2 pullback could provide a setup to trade a third wave. However, in the short term, we're already tracking here potential 5 waves within wave 1 anyway. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to zoom in, take a look at the Nano structure to see where we are in this rally, in this structure. The overall focus for the last couple of weeks has been on higher prices. And if really this C wave plays out, the market should reach at least $47. But that all depends on whether the bulls can form 5 waves up in what is labeled here as circle 1. And if the bulls can hold micro support. So these micro support levels are always shared on our smaller time frames. So this is our smaller time frame here. Support for upside trend continuation is measured based on the rally here. This rally from the 7th of April low. And that means support is now between $10.86 and $12.41. That doesn't mean a pullback now needs to happen. Absolutely not. But you know what it tells us? It tells us the levels that now need to hold to keep the overall uptrend alive. And there are a few different scenarios we're tracking. Okay, so it's just important to understand where are the dynamics going, what are the key levels at the moment, and therefore it's not only useful to watch the chart, but also to understand the commentary around it. So there are 2 bullish scenarios. That's good, because if we have 2 bullish scenarios, even if one fails, there's another one. So the idea is that in the blue scenario, we're working on a 5-wave move up, which could be that circle 1 that you saw on the larger time frame. But here on the smaller time frame, I'm only interested in, okay, are we on track to forming a 5-wave move up? And this here could be a wave 1, a wave 2, and then we could now be working on a 3rd wave, then the 4th wave and the 5th wave. And we're now in the midst of a 3rd wave. The 3rd wave, best I can tell, is likely an ABC structure. And the focus can be on higher prices as long as we're holding above $12.90. That's the blue scenario. To keep the blue count alive, we need to hold above $12.90. The white scenario is a larger 5, or let's say rather a smaller 5-wave move. Which, however, ideally does not break above $14.81. And I suspect it might break above it. So why is that important not to break above it? Because if we break above it, the proportions don't support this 5-wave move anymore. It would then look more like something different, like a larger ABC rally in the yellow B wave, or maybe even the blue count. And I decided to give the bulls the benefit of the doubt, especially as long as we're holding above $2.86. So there's a support zone, 1086 to 1241. If we get a deep pullback and the price can hold above it, then this would be our wave 2. So if we now get a nice pullback, I'm watching here for a 1-2 setup. But I'm not necessarily expecting a pullback now. I think with the momentum that's going now, we might push a little higher directly, so it might turn into the blue count. And as shared earlier today with our members in our members area, that as long as we're holding above the Monday low here at $12, yeah, $12.90, the direct focus can be on higher prices in the blue scenario because we're tracking here a diagonal pattern, and the B wave might have bottomed on Monday, and we're now in the C wave of the third wave. So focus is directly on higher against that level. Any break below that level could allow for a larger wave 2 to play out. The yellow scenario with one more low is an alternative at the moment. So I keep you updated about Link. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.